Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Let's continue on here. We have a good monthly balance. Politically, I don't think we are still trying to increase tensions, so let's go ahead and get started with that. Financially, we are good to go. We don't need to do anything. We're at 200%, so we're good. Crew and technology bonuses keep going. We have 6 months and 8 months for new hulls, protection, gun layout. So I'm not too terribly worried about that. Ship design, though, the last one, what year? Sorry, we're in 1921. The last design was a battle cruiser in 1913. So let's go ahead and try to get a new. Let's say we'll start with the battleship. Battleship wise, let's go over here and get a main tower. We want the most advanced tower. Place her right about there. So with secondary tower, we'll just place it, I'm gonna say right about there. Funnel wise, let's get some funnels in there. Just throw some funnels on. For right now, it's good enough. Let's get some centerline guns, maybe some 16 inchers. And start with 16 inches. 16 inches won't fit, so let's get some barbettes. Place there and place there. Likewise, we're going to go ahead and place our 4 3-barrel 16-inch guns. Let's do casemate guns and get that out of the way. Really? Those can be 8 inches? All right. So apparently those are not 8 inches. Can they be 7 inches? Yep. So we're done with 7 inches. Can we do 6 inches anywhere? I'm just going through. I'm not sure if there's anything else that can be placed anywhere. So 3 inches. Why not? Throw some 3 inches in there. What about 2 inches? Nothing. What about secondary guns? Maybe some 5 inchers. I think 5 inchers can fit here. What about 6 inchers? It can. Let's go ahead and throw that on there for now. The ranges are the reach is good, so it's side to side. For the time being, let's see. I cannot move that aft. How about this guy? Can I move this guy aft? As far as possible to decrease the forward weight is what I'm going for. All right, so we have the new battleship. Let's make you as big as possible. Not that I need it. Speed is, we'll leave the speed maybe 24. All right, so 79, not bad. Let's increase range. Let's make spacious quarters, so if they are hit by anything, less death. So the new oil, I don't need to do that. What about turbines? Auxiliary engines. I want to have balance. Let's get the best that we can get. Maybe a little bit of this. I don't care to do this because they should not be in range of torpedoes. But in case, I still want to do reinforced bulkheads, double hull, pumping out. I'll leave that alone. Get me the best armaments to hit my targets. Increased weapons and the best turrets and reloading. And let's get radios and the best range. I don't care about acoustics. If this ship is out there without any support vessels, such as a destroyer or something that can pick up torpedoes, that's going to be a problem. So this vessel is going to need to have other support vessels, not just be on its own. So let's go centerline gun, 11 incher. So that won't fit. So maybe I need to move this guy forward real quick. Move him forward. Let's try to move this forward. So 9% is not bad. Let's go maybe a 10 incher. So a 10 incher, let's go ahead and move you aft. and see how far we can go. So right about there. And again, move my funnels back as far as possible. So again, engine efficiency is still good. Roll is good. Pitch is a little off. Forward weight is only 5.7. And let's see what we can do here, because we are 3% left of the weight capacity for this vessel. But I'm happy. I have 4 16-inch guns, so I'm good. Now with that known, how much can we get here? I don't want to do too much because then my weight's going to be too dramatic. Although, what I could do is delete one of these. I'm still at 100 and something percent. Let's get a standard funnel. Maybe like this. That gives... Actually, that doesn't give me that much weight reduction. That doesn't really do anything for me. So the weight here is not that incredibly different. Now what if I do the same thing? So in other words, I really do need to have one of these funnels to get my engine efficiency up higher. It really doesn't do too much. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and add 2 funnels to make sure I have enough. So if one gets damaged, I'm able to continue on without too much trouble. That's why I like to have at least 2 funnels, if not a little more. So I'm here, there we go, and I think I'm good. I like kind of how the layout is. But again, the main thing is the big guns. Oh, wait, what we can do now is there any room? I'm not placing a bunch of these guns. Ooh, well, I could. Let's try doing the 2-incher. The 2-incher can come up here. I don't mind that. So just kind of having the lighter guns up top. But what I could do, since I'm at 99%, is maybe even reduce that to just go ahead and do 5 inches. 5-incher barrels. So we have the 5-inch barrels. That's good. How about we can add? Just to have... Okay, nothing can go there. Alright, so that's not going to work. This vessel should not be getting in close. This is going to be a range vessel. So they should be shooting at range, but this is just there for just in case they get into range or get too close. And then they can open up with the smaller guns. But again, this is for the... Even still, a 9-incher. Maybe I can do... But that was a 10-incher. Maybe I can use a 9-inch gun. And then extend. Or just well, I don't have to remove it. But maybe decrease a little bit. I want to allow some room for growth so that they don't overbuild or make it overweight. So in this case, I kind of like this version. We can go with it for the time being. Again, 4 weight's going to be high just simply because of this particular section right here. It's not a flat deck. It has a raised foredeck or forecastle deck. Other than that, I think we're good. So I am going to leave 2% and save this design. Now we have a battleship that is built. Let's go ahead and load the battleship Wyoming. So it's the Wyoming class. Let's go for, well, if it loads, battleship, the more modern battle cruiser. Let's go ahead and let's do the aft tower real quick. Aft tower can go right about there. Main tower can go maybe right about there. Let's go guns. What kind of guns do we want? Maybe 12 inchers. And we're going to need some barbettes here. So I cannot place anything there. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. Let's move you forward. You need to move forward. So move aft as much as possible. It reduces a little range, or not range, but left to right range. I'm not too worried about that. So we have our guns here. 12-inch guns. Let's see, you are aft, which is good. Now we need to add, let's go ahead and add, oh, three, I can only add 3 inches. Can I add 2 inches anywhere? No. So I have my 2 inches. I don't think any other casemate guns can get added, which is fine. So let's go ahead. I don't know if I need to make it any bigger. Let's give some space. Let's go ahead and increase everything here to give it the best equipment. And again, this vessel should not be coming into close range with torpedoes. But, you know, I do want to have anti-flooding. Give it the best weapons, more modern weapons. Increase the ammo. Radio and range finders. So we're at 28 knots. Let's go ahead and add. Let's see what kind of funnels we can add. We can add one there. That gives us 108%. And we still have 83% weight. Only 83%. Let's go ahead and maybe add. Let's see, what can we do? So we can go ahead and do 30 knots. So 30 knots gets us more speed, of course. But how about we can add gun barrel length, which can then give us further distance to shoot. So we're still at all right, so we decreased weight a little bit. I could add more guns. I like the barrel length, which gives me more range and accuracy at further range, which does help. Oh, secondary guns. Let's see, 5 inches. Where can we throw these? Maybe, oh, maybe 6 inches. Oh, 6 inches won't work. 5 inches will. But then we will have too much weight. In this case, I'm fine with doing this. Here, let's go back to funnels. So the funnels we could use right there. Oh, they won't fit. Alright, so it kind of does not matter. So 4 weight is still 4.2, and I'm at 99%. So I'm trying to see what I can add to maybe reduce some of the weight, if I can. So I think for this design, we are going to have to live with what we have. 4 weight is what it is. My guns have lots of range, the 12 inches. I could reduce the 12 inches to say 11 or 10 inches to give me a little extra, but I think everything here is working. So I'm going to go ahead and save the design with 30 knots. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what kind of heavy cruiser or cruiser advance I can make. All right, so we have a heavy cruiser design. Let's go ahead and get a main tower. Oh, let's add it right about there. Secondary tower. For now, we'll put it right there. Main guns. Let's go with Oh, let's go with the 10-incher. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. Let's go with, I'm not sure which barbette we can go with here. Some of these will be too small. I have to make sure I pick one that will work, but is not too big. I'm hoping that will work, but that is still too small. That will not fit. So I'm going to have to come down here. We're going to probably have to select one of these. So for now, we have our 10-inch guns. Do I need to make it any bigger? Probably not. Spacious quarters would be good. Let's go ahead and outfit it with everything to improve. Alright, we're still at 87%. It's only going to get worse, so the 10-inchers may have to be reduced. Acoustics, why not? You're going to have acoustics. Depth charges. Ooh. Why not? I think submarines are going to become a problem soon. So here we are. We have a, if you will, an issue. We're at 100%, and we have virtually no room to build. So these 10-inchers will need to be reduced. I'm going to say we're going to have to do maybe even 8-inchers. I just like the design of the 8-inchers. It looks better. All right, now that we have plenty of room, let's go funnel. Let's go funnel, kind of like here. 4 weight is really high. Let's go right there. 4 weight is really still high. Nope, can't do that. The tower here. Engine efficiency. Wow, the 4 weight is really high. Can I move this down here by chance? It works. A little weird, but you know, it works. Now, I wonder if I can increase the weight. What would that do? Pitch is going to be horrible. But I am allowed to 96%. So, it's so hard to figure out what to actually do because this just does not make any sense. Let's make it look correctly. What we got here? We cannot move aft. We can go right about there. Everything is as far back as it can be. Well, that is as far back as it can be. So the 4 weight is just going to be high, but let's not make it too big. Because it's just not going to matter. But I think there is a place where we are going to be at a happy place, which is going to be maybe 1400, which is going to be, no, maybe. All right, so pitch is going to be high. Can we adjust that by giving aft belt a little bit of weight? No, it does not look like that's going to change anything. I want to leave a little room for growth here. So the 4 weight is still high. This thing does not have any torpedoes. This is a heavy cruiser, and maybe even the 8-inch guns are too big. But we'll go with this. I mean, I realize pitch is really high. Roll is good. Forweight is has been decreased. Let's go ahead and save. And let's go ahead and see what we can do with a light cruiser. All right, we have a light cruiser, which is a large scout. Scout cruiser. Is there a difference? Let's go with this one. I think this will work. Let's go ahead and add a tower, which will go right about there. I think I can add a gun up here, but it's not going to have good range or good left-right movement. I did not want that. Let's do 7-incher. 7-incher is about the best you're going to get. Let's move aft. I think that's about it. Secondary tower. Let's just throw it right there. Funnel. I don't want all that extra space. I'm just going to have a funnel right here and right here. Weight is, let's see. Let's max out the weight. Does that help? Probably not. Engine efficiency, I'm trying to go 36 knots, if you will. Okay. Let's max that out. Let's get oil. If I have to, I will change the boiler outfit. Alright, so in this case, I'm just trying to get the best equipment, and then we'll go from there. And of course, increase ammo, the best turrets, radio. This is going to have acoustics. Let's go ahead and make this a mine layer. And oh gosh. So 36 is going to be too much. Let's go 33. All right. So now that we've brought things back down to perspective here, let's go ahead and add a 7-inch gun on the aft deck. Let's add a small barbette. What about a... Is that about the same? Trying to see which barbette will hold a 7-inch gun. Right there you are. Alright, so we have our 7-inch gun. We can probably move the tower right about there. Let's go ahead and move aft a bit. So to decrease the foreweight, or also to increase the engine efficiency. And I know there's only one barrel up there. This is going to be a light cruiser. Let's go ahead and maybe add some torpedoes. That's not going to do it. I want to add, let's throw it on there. Could I throw them back here? No, they don't want to fit there. They want to only go here. So we have the 7-inch guns. What about smaller guns? I don't mind just throwing some smaller guns. What about 5-incher back here? Ooh, we can do a 5-incher. What about a 4-incher? Nope, doesn't look like that's going to work. We're going to do a 3-incher. I think you can go further aft. Alright, so I have a lot of smaller guns, which is kind of probably what I want. Maybe not exactly what I want, but I think I'm happy with what I have. So I have the smaller guns that have range here. Would a 3-incher fit? Yes, it would. Oh, let me cancel some of these 2-inchers real quick. I'm going to go with the 3-inchers here. I have the weight to do so. Oh, well, in this case, they can't fit. Alright, so we're at more or less 99% of the weight. 4 weight is still very high. Let's see if we can move some of these funnels aft. Starboard weight is higher. Okay, so there's a 2-incher that apparently isn't. There. Okay, so that works. 4 weight is still high. Let's move this guy aft. Alright, so apparently... Oh, well, go ahead and... Ooh, no, I want to keep this as a good target for things to shoot at. And I could move you aft, but let's just leave you right there. It's kind of weird, but I'm fine with it. I could reduce this to 32 knots. Can I give myself a little more wiggle room? That works. Spacious quarters allows for less crew deaths. We are good. I'm fine with the way we have things here. We have that maxed out. I don't have the boilers. We're good. Oil. Increased. What about torpedoes? We want better torpedoes. Fast torpedoes. Increased torpedoes. Acoustics, radio. Alright. Why not? Yeah, we'll have mine landing and everything. We're good. Let's go with that. We'll save that real quick. Zoom out here and let's go to the next is going to be destroyers. Let's see what they have. For the destroyers, I'm not too worried, but let's see what they got. Alright, let's look at destroyers. We have a small modern destroyer. Really? To me, this looks better. The flush deck looks better. Let's go a small modern destroyer. Let's get the best. I think you need to have what? Beam is 1. Beam is 5. Oh, did I do 5? There we go. Okay, max out the beam apparently. Let's just throw that on there to see what it looks like and see if it's going to make sense. Alright, secondary gun tower. Let's do large. Maybe right about there. I'm going to want to add some guns. Now move aft, right about there. Funnels! Is that a big funnel? Does it make a difference? Well, we'll see. Let's max out the size. I can't build over 2,200 tons. Increase. Let's go ahead and get oil. Alright, so at what? aft weight is 100% or fore weight is 100%. I'll have to figure that out. Alright, let's just get the equipment and technology we need for all these particular... I don't know, Barbettes here. Let's go ahead and do some little anti-flooding. Nope. Best weapons. Let's go increased. And I will probably also be adding torpedoes, but let's go ahead and have probably one funnel. Alright, ooh, one funnel. Alright, so we're at 100% already, which is odd. So let's go with this. Let me put a gun on there again. So I am not looking good here. Let's do Minesweeper for these. Alright, so what we have is a problem, and we need to go ahead, reduce to 33 knots. 33 knots is not going to save us here. 30? Alright, so apparently we have issues here. Let's do a smaller ship, because I don't know if smaller is good or not. Or it just might be the situation where the weight of everything is just too much. And in this case, they might just need torpedoes. And see, that's still overweight. And I haven't increased anything other than trying to... just trying to get the best for this particular ship. And see... oh, what do we have? See, I don't like destroyers. I really don't like them. They're kind of like cannon fodder. That's how the other countries are honestly using them. It's just cannon fodder. So in this case, they have one itty bitty gun. They have a funnel. They have an aft tower. Yeah, why not? Just this aft tower is sufficient enough, because there's nothing else that's important on here. Oh, but that looks weird. So let's just move this back up. Forward weight is 12%. Let's move this gun aft as much as possible. 10%. So let's just go with this, and maybe somebody's going to buy it for me. All right, so my destroyer looks like this. I honestly don't care about it because it's just horrible. Increase. Nope, can't increase. What about fast? Okay, good. So I think everything else should be good here. Just no other capabilities. Let's go ahead and save. Mine sweeping and mine laying and depth charges. I think I'll wait a moment yet, because I just don't like destroyers very much. We will go with the Battleship Wyoming class, the Lexington Battlecruiser class, Baltimore Heavy Cruiser, and Omaha Light Cruiser, and the Sumner destroyers. So that is it for now. This is kind of what I am going with. I kind of like my battleship. I like all of them except the destroyer. The destroyer is just is garbage. But I will go with this design for the time being. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.